Sometimes it's nice to recognize that there are actually other drawing programs out there besides SketchUp. And there's actually quite a large built library of drawings that are available in those other formats. Some are, of course, not readable by SketchUp, but really one of the biggest and oldest programs is AutoCAD, which in its heyday was really just a line drawing program. And so many details are available either in your own office, in their own library, or online of just CAD details, basically, of construction elements. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a demonstrate how to take a CAD detail for a piece of millwork and bring it into your construction drawings using Layout and SketchUp. So first of all, here I am in SketchUp, blank file. I'm going to import the CAD file that I have downloaded. It's a crown molding. And just be aware when you import these AutoCAD files that there is a version compatibility issue. This one didn't seem to have it, but if the AutoCAD file was saved in a version of AutoCAD that your SketchUp can't read, then you need to open the file in AutoCAD and save it as an older AutoCAD file format. There's no loss of fidelity or anything. Once you import it, it tells you what you got. So if there's nothing here, then you know you've got an issue, and click OK. And in this case, it's basically like a kind of shop drawing that you might see from a manufacturer or a fabricator. And most of this you can kind of delete. They're typically just lines, although sometimes they're groups. Anyway, and so all I'm left with is this casework. And of course, the other thing that you'll want to consider is in the SketchUp to Layout move, the orientation of this drawing is very important. We can't really change it all that well. We can go and make it parallel projection, and we can go to a standard view and a top view. And we can even use some of the styles that are available. If you're using the template, you can use sort of a white background. One trick, though, is that it's hard to rotate things in Layout, so you probably want to rotate it here while you have the opportunity. Actually, I think I have that upside down. There we go. I think that's the right way to go. So you'll just want to make sure that you've got this oriented correctly. So there you go. You've got your AutoCAD file. You're going to save it, and then you can go to your layout file, find a spot for this particular millwork detail. Here, I'll even copy a title block, and we'll just call it millwork detail. Probably 1 inch equals. Actually, it's probably 1 inch equals 1 inch is what I'm going to guess, or full scale. And then you'll just want to import, or insert, sorry, the file that you created. And it will behave just like all of our other files. Click Open. So here I've got the saved scene. We can kind of crop this guy down a little bit. Obviously, let's go in here and make sure we've got some kind of scale going on. It should be orthographic view and full scale. Oh, I think. I guess that's a big piece of trim. Some of these pieces of trim can be quite large. So let's stretch out our viewport to show the whole kit and caboodle. And then it's just a matter of if there's any additional elements that you want to show. For example, where is the wall, and if there's any paint, subtle paint details, you're going to want to draw those using lines. And like we've done before, use line weights that are going to really be dramatic. In this case, it's a very simple drawing, so you'll just want to I keep getting the wrong grip there. You'll just want to put in notes about wall finishes and the material here. And then if there's any, for example, blocking that you want to have in here, put in, the drawing graphical standards that are going to get you the graphic representation of things like blocking. In this case, this is big enough that actually I'd probably end up using multiple pieces of blocking. But anyway, there's how you can manage an AutoCAD file. The only other thing that we could do to gussy this up, I could try to get some hatching in there, or I could just try modifying, there we go to the SketchUp model, try to modify the line weight here to be a little darker. It's a little light for my tastes here. There we go. That's a little more dramatic. Sometimes the AutoCAD files are going to be a little graphically unimpressive, but in general, that is good enough to get you a detailed drawing using an AutoCAD file as a base.